Hi, my name is Dylan Stamper, and this is my ACE Media Studies critical reflection for my project. Question 1. How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? Our product used the conventions of traditional genre in film culture. Our piece falls into the genre of mystery/horror, as the audience is unclear of what is occurring from the start, but then at the end, there is a sudden cutoff into a scene with the popped basketball covered in blood. The horror aspect is obviously the blood, which relates to the concept of death. We also used a linear structure format in our piece relating to traditional cinema conventions of going in order, having one action follow the next with no flashbacks. The project represents the social group of a teenager. In this film, I, Dylan, played the role as a teenage boy going to play basketball before suffering a traumatic event that occurs to me unexpectedly. Despite the outcome of the film, the social group of teenagers is presented through the mise-en-scene by me wearing clothing which would be a stereotypical teenage boy's outfit. Question 2. How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? Our product engages with the audiences, as from the start all audiences are intrigued with what is occurring in the film. We incorporated upbeat music with quick cuts around a kitchen scenery, creating a sense of curiosity to what is actually occurring. Once the character of the teenage boy is introduced, the audience is now engaged and intrigued to know who he is and what role he plays in the product. As the film goes on and he gets more screen time, the audience is kept intrigued due to the constant shift in camera angles and switch in scenery, as well as the incorporation of music shifts and pause creates tone shifts multiple times within the film. As a real media text, this product would be distributed as a movie trailer that would warp into a movie in itself further down the road in the production process. This would occur after a large production company took this 2-minute clip and used their imagination and expertise to create a beautiful cinematic masterpiece. Question 3. How did your production skills develop throughout this project? To start the project, we had a general idea of the storyline and how we would present our project. However, we did not know how to make an in-depth cinema piece to an excellent extent. By completing this project, we were able to analyze camera angles, shots, and frame size. Our knowledge on this field grew tremendously as we were able to adapt to the environment to create camera shots that fit perfectly. Our mise-en-scene was intricate and full of information that represents the teenage lifestyle. The use of diegetic sound with the basketball, human dialogue, and Lil Baby song allowed the audience to feel connected to the sound that the actor was experiencing. However, the non-diegetic sounds, such as the song Valerie and the heartbeat, gave the audience an understanding that allowed them to obtain details that the actor could not. The acting and body language became more detailed to fit the narrative of our project. In terms of editing, we went from quick cuts and simple music overlay to the implementation of sound noise variation, on-beat transitions, and quick setting shifts. In addition, we spent multiple hours ensuring that the editing process was perfect and that every clip was placed in a meaningful way. Lastly, we were able to implement digital wording to the project to put forth the producer tags and information to avoid the risk of experiencing copyright issues. Lastly, question 4. How did you integrate technologies such as software, hardware, and online in this project? Throughout the course of the project, my group and I learned how to integrate the different technologies related to the cinema field. We utilized an iPhone 15 to film this project and used a tripod for certain clips that needed a still stand. We edited this project on an Apple MacBook Pro. We specifically used the app called LumaFusion to edit and piece together the clips of our project. There, we added transitions, slowed the clips down, increased or decreased sound, and adjusted color overlay. We used an online website called Spotify to extract the music that we had in the background of our film. For the final piece of the film, including the heartbeat, we screen recorded a YouTube video of a heartbeat and implemented the sound aspect of that clip, deleting the visual aspect. Thank you for listening to my ACE Media Studies critical reflection on my project, The Courts.